Hello, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us. I'm joined by my wonderful colleague, Sheila Allen. Hi, Sheila.
Hi.
So today we just wanted to bring you a quick video to tell you all about our Future Leaders program. Um, it's running for the second time, starting in September, and applications are open now. Um, We've got lots of information on our website, including a brochure and lots of FAQs, but we've got some really common questions and queries about taking part in the course that we wanted to cover off in one place. So I'm going to be quizzing Sheila, our wonderful Breast Foundations manager, to find out everything that you might need to know if you're interested in taking part. Um, So, Sheila, give us your elevator pitch. What is the Future Leaders Program?
Well, the Future Leaders Programme is a very unique course in the marketplace in terms of CPD for um, people who work with young brass musicians, either in the classroom or in the band room. Um, we don't think there's anything else out there that's like this, and that makes it really quite exciting. We have spent a long time improving on where we were before, and we've now got a course that is very, very practical, um, but it also touches on the whys and wherefores of what we do. Um, and you will come out of the Future Leaders Programme with a certificate, a level 3 certificate, which is equivalent to an A level. And you will come out equipped with lots and lots of strategies and techniques for taking into your rehearsals, your band rooms, your tutor rooms, um, ready to impact on those young people that you're working with. Was
Amazing.
that full enough?
Yes. Yes, it was. Um, so when we first launched Future Leaders, we thought a lot about who might be the people that take part in the program. And actually, the people who participated in that first cohort were way, way broader in terms of their experience and age and where they were coming at it from. We've had everyone from very, very recent music graduates who wanted to kind of build on their experience and really get some specific experience of that kind of delivery, through to people who have no formal training in music or education, um, but have been just doing that amazing groundwork of just volunteering and supporting young people in their band rooms for such a long time and wanted the confidence and a shiny certificate to prove that they could do it. So if you're working with young people and you want to either improve on your confidence, on your competency and doing the best for them, or if you just want to consolidate a lot of your learning and make it really specific to that context that you're working in, um, I think it's still a really, really suitable course for you. Um, Sheila, who do you think is an ideal candidate
Oh,
for the Future Leaders
there are
program?
many. There are many. There are lots of people who will benefit from this. So, if you are currently a student, um, it's quite possible that you could fit this in alongside your studies. As an undergraduate, as a postgraduate, maybe you're doing teacher training, maybe you're intending doing teacher training. This will be really, really useful. Um, it's incredibly practical, as I've said before. So it means that you will have a skill set that will impress, I think. We know that will impress at interview. So really, really useful for you. If you are currently a teacher in primary school, and you've got some responsibility for delivering music in your school. That doesn't mean that you have to be musically trained to a high level at all. That might mean that you've been given the job of subject lead because you're a little bit musical, and that frightens you. This is going to be helpful to you, especially with the increased focus on enrichment that's coming our way. Um, if you are a TA in a school, this will be really useful in the same way. Um, if you are a Peri teacher or intending to be a Peri teacher in a music hub or as a freelancer, this is just the kind of thing that you can use in group teaching, so that's small group or in whole class teaching. And it might mean that you could use it for some of it for individual tuition as well. So if you're a private tutor, these are all skills that you will can tap into, get a bigger understanding, a better understanding of what goes on in classrooms in schools and in peri provision as well. Um, and of course, to those people, those hardworking individuals and teams of people who are out there in our community band rooms, this is especially for you. This is about improving your confidence, your general practice, and being able to understand why you're doing what you do, which is vitally important. It will give you credibility, it will give you confidence, and it will give a little bit more kudos to your organisations as well.
Yeah, something that we thought about.
Okay,
Yeah, is that everyone? Everyone can do
that's it.
it. When we were developing this course, the the accreditation underpinning it was something we thought about a lot, and we looked at lots and lots of different options. We wanted something, like Sheila said, that would bring kudos to you individually and to your organizations, that you could really show off and say, this is something really valuable that we've done that really demonstrates that there's good quality there. But we know for a lot of people who will be undertaking the course, you're doing it alongside full-time work and volunteering at a band and doing a million and one other things, that it had to be um, um, accessible enough to make that work around all of those commitments. So the accreditation for this program is with RSL, the exam board, and it's a level 3 in supporting music and performing arts learning. I think that's the full title.
That's right. Yeah, it's a long title.
Um, so that underpins everything we do. There is 3 core units that are part of that accreditation. What we bring to that is a lot more specificity in terms of brass, and working in a community context. That, as Sheila says, that doesn't really exist anywhere else, we don't think. Um, but we also provide mentoring and support, and that's one-to-one and in a group context. So you as an individual will get paired up with a mentor to help you through your journey, but you'll also get access to this network of people that you'll be going through the course with, who you'll meet throughout at workshop weekends and on online training, that you'll all be on this route together. And what was so exciting last time was seeing really, really tangibly between workshop weekends how people have improved, how people were putting that into practice, how people's confidence was growing. And doing that as a group is really, really amazing.
It really is. And the graduates of the program, um, we asked them actually. We asked all of them if the certificate was important to them,
Mm.
because we didn't know. We didn't know at that time. It was kind of hanging in the balance. We made some assumptions that the certificate was important, but actually, every person who went through the program said that they were very proud of what they'd done. They were very proud that they'd got an accredited distinction um, through the program, and that was an important part of it.
Yeah, definitely. And every candidate who completed the program with us on the first cohort came out with a distinction, which was really incredible for us and incredible for all the candidates to do that on our pilot run. With like Sheila says, there's been a lot of work behind the scenes, re-looking at what we did in that first year, reworking it, making it more accessible, making it more relevant, and making it all more usable. Um,
I think you
so
could also
yeah.
mention, Sarah, about
Mm.
accessibility,
Hmm.
because it could be a little bit daunting for somebody who hasn't done any study for a while, um, to think about doing something that's equivalent to an A level. Um, Exam specifications are very keen on making um, qualifications accessible for everybody, and there are a range of formats and styles that you can submit work to RSL. So the unit work that we do, we make sure that firstly we support every step of the way, and a lot of the work will be scaffolded, which means that it's chunked up into little pieces. So it means that you're not going to be set a piece of work and expected to go off and just do it. We will help you through that if you need it. Um, Also, the final submissions, they do give us a choice of what can be submitted. So you can do the traditional essays, you can do presentations, you can submit blogs and vlogs, if you're comfortable with that. So accessibility is at the forefront of what we do, because we do know that there is a wide range of people out there who this might be of interest to.
Yeah, 100%. So if, for many people, I would say most people, it's been a very long time, if ever, since you've done academic writing and research and referencing and stuff like that. It is a daunting task to feel like you're jumping back into that. But as Sheila says, there are a variety of different ways that you can submit, but we also support you with resources on how to pick back up where you were as quickly as possible, and to I guess myth bust and just make that easier. We're not going to throw you in assuming that you're already familiar with that stuff. We want to make it as easy as possible for you to get to that final point really successfully, um, in and learn all of the really, really important stuff that we know we want to spend the time on. So we've done a lot of work this year on developing resources to make your starting point a lot easier, so you can jump into all of the fun stuff much, much easier as well.
Mm. And the fun stuff is very fun. It will be a high octane experience, um, perhaps even more so than last time, um, on our workshop weekends. Um, our programs are absolutely jam packed full of um, resources and activities that you will be able to take back to the children that you work with and work with them immediately. So you won't have to spend time preparing. There will be short lesson plans, there will be prompts, there will be all sorts of um, resources you can take back, which will mean that you'll be able to deliver immediately into your context, wherever that might be.
Yeah, absolutely. And loads of those resources and tools are really exclusive to the program. We don't have them anywhere else. You get access to them as a kind of wider package of support, alongside the mentoring and the accreditation and the workshop weekends. It's actually a very, very big package that you get as part of that. And we want it to cover as much as possible as well. Um, Obviously Sheila is here, the wonderful Sheila, who is one of the main faces that you'll see if you're interacting with the Future Leaders program or any of our education work. Um, Sheila, do you just want to talk a little bit about your background and your experience and that of Dee, our youth development manager, who is the second part of the dynamic duo behind the Future Leaders Programme.
I've been a brass player, and I've been a teacher, um, teaching in a variety of contexts. So I've been a secondary school teacher. I've worked in a junior school. Um, Most recently, I have been a private tutor. I have worked with young people in community band rooms. Um, so I've done the rounds a bit. I think it's fair to say, um, with in terms of brass tuition in various different forms, as well as the classroom practice as well. Um, I'm driven by music education. Really, I'm even though I'm not in the classroom right now, I'm driven by the importance of it and um, the fun of it and the things that it can do for young people. We all know that not everybody's going to go out there and be a professional musician. That's a given, but the joy that it can bring and the just the connection with other
Mm,
people with like minds, it's a fantastic thing, and we just want to share the good news. Really, we just want to make sure that it doesn't fade into the background as it perhaps has done a little over the last, well, rather a lot over the last few years. We want to make sure that we've got people out there who are able to deliver,
mm,
and are not scared by it. My colleague Dee is a trombonist, and she works. She's got a particular penchant for um, SEND. She's a great practitioner in the classroom. She works for a music hub. She works with community musicians as a conductor. Um, I'm scared I'm going to miss something out here, Sarah.
she does so much, it's quite hard to follow the list of everything, to be honest.
And she's also involved in live sound as well, isn't she?
Mhm. Yeah.
Um, so has got lots of experience there. Um, Mainly a primary practitioner, I think, fair to say.
Hmm.
But that's who we'll be working with mostly. And that's who you'll be working with mostly if you were on our programme.
Hmm.
Um, but yes, Dee's got a certain energy that she brings to the room, which is fabulous. And if you've seen Dee at our last conference and the work that she's done with Hitchin Band,
Hmm.
and the local school, you will have been completely moved by her drive and energy that she brings to the party.
Yeah, absolutely. She's small, but she fills a room. Um, and with a real passion and expertise for inclusion that she drives through all of our work, and holds us to account as well in terms of how we prioritize that in our work. She's a huge driver behind that at BBE.
Mm.
Um, okay, so we talked a little bit about what what would happen if you're part of the program and who you might meet along the way. Dee and Sheila are the main people that you'll come into contact with, alongside our wonderful programs and operations officer Ari, and we are bringing back some graduates from last time to help us on our course delivery too, as well as other freelance partners that we work with as well, to help support and boost that experience through the workshop weekends and through the mentoring. But we haven't talked a lot about the application process and how we actually get there. Um, Applications close next Friday on the 12th of June. And we wanted to make sure that that no one was scared or put off by seeing the application requirements and just wanted to talk through that a little bit. Um, Sheila, what do people need to have in order to apply for the course, and what do they need to do?
So you need to be working with, though not exclusively, brass musicians. Um, um, our focus in the programme is the first year of learning. That's not to say that a lot of what you will learn will not be able to be used beyond that, but that will be our focus. Um, and ideally, you would be skilled in musicianship, shall we say, to a
Mhm.
grade 5 standard. If that's not a brass instrument, have a word with us, contact us, because we're very aware that in hub practice currently that teachers are not necessarily teaching their first instrument, and that's absolutely fine. We've got to work with the real world, and if you are currently delivering brass, or you have an interest in, or you have children in your ensembles that play brass, then this is still relevant to you. So please don't be put off um, if you think it's not, because just have a word with us and ask if you're not sure. Um, we've also asked for a video of your practice. Again, if you think that's not going to be possible within the time limit, or because of permissions that you haven't got yet, or whatever the reason, please have a word with us. Please send us a message and say, what shall I do about this? And we will talk to you quite happily about what we can get around. Um, it was an ideal situation to have a video, because we like to see who we're getting and how we can support straight away. Um, but if that's not possible, then please, I say, just get in touch.
Absolutely. So other things that you'll need to provide is just again a little bit of information about you and where you're at in terms of your learning and experience. Again, so we can understand where you're coming at this from, and so that when we get to the point of interview, that we're doing the best for you that we can.
Mm.
But our consistent message today is if there's anything that you perceive that's a barrier, or you're not sure of, or you need clarity, or you think you really want to do this but you're not sure if it's for you for any reason, please just come and talk to us. There's lots of things that we're really, really happy to adapt, to relook at, to work with you. Um, and the more feedback that we get in terms of what looked impractical or scary or anything like that in the process, will help us out a lot. If you think that this is going to be of benefit to you, just get in touch and have a conversation with us. We'd much rather hear from you that way.
Mm. Do you think we should talk about the price, Sarah?
Yes. Um, um, so as I say, the program in its entirety is consists of the 3 workshop weekends. And sorry, my dog's whining, so I'm just gonna. I can't hear her. 1 minute. There we go. So the program consists of 3 workshop weekends. So included in the total fee for the program is, though it's 2 full days that you get, including a lunch and being well looked after and all the resources that come along with that. We can't provide accommodation or travel fees for those weekends, but we'll always help you in finding really reasonably priced accommodation in the area, and usually we'll try and get together on a group booking or stuff like that to make it as easy as possible. Our workshop weekends are intended to take place in Coventry. We found a venue that we've worked with before that is central in the country to make it as easy as possible, very close to a train line, to help you kind of balance your travel, and with loads of available parking. It was really popular on the course last time because it was just easy for everyone, and they did really good sandwiches as well.
Great
Um,
sandwiches.
so we will aim to have all of our workshop weekends there for this cohort, and we've got the dates available on the brochure and on the website, so you can forward plan as well. Um, you're included in the fee is the actual entry fee for the RSL accreditation as well, as long as well as all of the mentoring. Um, um, we will travel to you to see you in your context, and that's all included. Um, and an update of your band safe training is included as well in the price. So the total price for this year is £800 plus VAT. Um, we think it's really reasonable for the everything that you get included. It is subsidised quite heavily by Arts Council England, so the actual cost of the whole course is around 2,500. Um, we think that's a big commitment for most of the participants who are doing this in a community and voluntary context to pay. We've tried really hard to make it as an accessible price as possible. I'm very grateful for our funders to be able to make that happen. We had a number of people on the course in the first cohort who their bands supported them financially to be able to do this training because they could really see the benefit that it'd bring to their band room. So massively encourage any bands who know that they've got people that they want to keep hold of and want to support with their professional development, to encourage them and put them forward. And some bands who came on the course last year actually sought funding to fund a participant's place, which again we'd highly encourage as well. If you don't know, we have a fundraising service that we can support you with your fundraising. So if you wanted to look for a way that you could fundraise to include the cost of sending people on the course, we would be very happy to help you with that. Um, Again, we've got kind of fee structure and payment terms and all of that on the website and in the brochure. But again, as with everything we said tonight, if any of that looks like it might be a barrier for you, if paying up front or anything like that is going to be a barrier for you participating in the course, please come and speak to us, and we'll do what we can to be as flexible as possible.
We have got on there a payment plan, haven't we,
Mhm.
for three
Yes,
months, for the first 3 months of the course, so September, October, and November, equal payments,
yes.
which always helps.
Yeah,
Always helps.
absolutely, and that's completely fine with us. Um, Great. What have we forgotten, Sheila? There must have been something.
There will always be more to talk about with future leaders. Always, always. I
It
think it's
is.
just
Mm,
important, really, just to say that we're all concerned about how um, children can very easily give up playing instruments. You know, they have a go, they move on to the next hobby, they move on to the next activity. Um, we'd like to reach as many leaders as possible so that they are better equipped, so that they have more confidence with what they're doing, so that we can help that problem. We think we can help that problem alongside our hubs working hard out there. We think the community band room um, and our schools are so important to just give that extra spark to our children, so that they've got something that they can take forward with them into their adult lives, and into old age. It's a fantastic thing to do, play an instrument. We know that, and it does so much for us as individuals, for our well-being, and it does so much for our connections with other people. So we just want to equip people a little bit more to make sure that we're doing our bit.
Absolutely. With all, so much change that's happened over the last 10 years, more than that, in music education.
Mm.
Um, Bands continue to be such an important part of the music education ecosystem, providing um, often free, no, not always free, but often free to access places where young people can learn instruments. And you should never underestimate how completely valuable that is, and what an amazing part of the whole music education picture it is. We want to make sure that the often volunteers who are doing that grunt work are supported, have a good network of people that they can reach out to, and that know that we're here to support you in that journey as well. We think that the Future Leaders program is a really, really great way to bring all of those things together. And it's yeah, it's something we're very, very proud of, and we're very, very excited to be delivering again this year.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Amazing. Any questions? Put them in the comments on the video, and we'll get back to you. There'll be a link to the Future Leaders Programme brochure and the application form in the comments too. All of the information that you need to know is there. But if you'd rather just have a chat with a person, which is completely understandable, then just drop us an email at futureleaders@bbe.org.uk, and we can answer any questions, queries, or concerns you've got about taking part in the course. So, thanks so much, everyone.